Here we go. One call. There is a time. 1, 2, 3.
Ethan Lloyd here from Bledsoe Telephone Co-op. I'm sitting along with me here at the home of Travis Smith. I'm along with the band Cannon Creek, and they've allowed me to come up here and talk to them for a few minutes because we've been playing where they have made a copy of Rocky Top and done an excellent job, and Travis got to tell me some of the backstory of that. And I wanted everybody at home who's been asking about who is that great band singing Rocky Top, and also Harlan a little bit on TV we've been sharing, to hear some of the backstory and where all this band has been this summer. So if you would, please introduce yourselves to everybody at home and then tell me a little bit about the making of Rocky Top.
I'm Eddie Griffin from New Hope, Tennessee.
I'm Nina Shoup from Dunlap.
I am Audrey Smith from Pikeville.
And I'm Earl Griffin Eames from Pikeville. Most of the people I went to high school with knew me as Griffin. But after I got in college, I had to go back to my real name, Carriot Eames. So. But we've been here since '69, graduated from Bledsoe County High School here, pulled her hair on the school bus and married her from here. And we put this band together about a year and a half ago, something like that. But we've been in Gatlinburg for a couple months, played up there, and the city of Gatlinburg hired us to do street music to kind of encourage tourism up there. And so while we were up there, we discovered that Rocky Top had been recorded in the Gatlinburg Inn 50 years ago this August. And actually the city then was going to do an anniversary special on the 50th anniversary of Rocky Top. So we got to inquiring if anybody had ever played the song in the room where it was written, and they hadn't. So we kind of wormed our way into that.
Well, that's interesting to me. Like I say, what we're playing on Channel 18, I don't think people realize I don't have any graphics or anything to put on the screen. So I wanted everybody to understand that story, that production we've got on of y'all playing Rocky Top is in the room it was written in.
Mm-hmm. It is.
tell some of that history about how it was written. I know y'all been well educated on the song.
Felice and Bootlow Bryant were a husband and wife songwriting team that actually wrote a lot of country songs, and I can't recall some of them now, but some of them are well known and sang by popular country singers. But they loved to go and songwrite at the Gatlinburg Inn. And room 388 is the room they always rented to go do their writing in. And they got tired of doing the country thing, so they decided they'd write a bluegrass song. And from what we understand, it only took them about 10 minutes to write the song. Bootlow didn't care anything about it. He didn't think it'd sell. Felice said, yeah, I think it will. So they happened to live right next door to Bobby and Sonny Osborne in North Carolina. So Felice just hand walked the song next door and gave it to Bobby and said, see what you can do with this. So Bobby and Sonny cut it, and they cut it on Wilburn Brothers disc. The Wilburn Brothers had a song on the A side, and Bobby and Sonny had Rocky Top on the B side. Well, the Wilburn Brothers kept plugging the A side of the song and never playing the B side until Ralph Emery decided to invite Bobby and Sonny up one night on the Ralph Emery show and decided to play the B side of that disc. And when they did, they sold 70,000 copies of Rocky Top the next week. And that's how it got to where it was. And then we discovered that it had not been recorded in the room where it was written, so we decided to do that. Travis hired a professional videographer from Chattanooga to come up and do the video, and we did it then, and then they released it. And in a week's time, we had over 100,000 views on Facebook from Rocky Top. So it's been good to us, the state of Tennessee, as far as the state song is concerned. UT, as far as their theme song for their football team up there. And we've had a lot of fun with it.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that like football and a lot of people that like bluegrass. I like both, so it's dear and dear to me. But that y'all's part of that on Channel 18 really brings both of those together, and we may have to get Travis on camera to tell us. But how did you get Andy Kelly involved? He's got
Travis,
a great narrating voice.
Come on in here and tell us that.
That's all about local. He's from just right across the mountain, but a lot of people around here almost consider him a hometown boy.
Well, Andy Kelly played an incredible role in the video, first of all, because, I mean, he was I think the thing that really made it take off, because I didn't realize how much people really cared about him. And even Alabama fans, Auburn fans, Florida fans, I mean, you name it, they were all commenting about, I don't like Rocky Top, I get so mad when I hear that song. But they said, but I always had a lot of respect for Andy Kelly. And but Andy's got a lot of friends over here in the Valley, and I approached some of them and asked them if they thought he would be interested in it. And I mean, he just immediately asked just a couple of questions, and then he said, I'm in. This sounds fun. He bent over backwards to help us. I mean, he just sat down with us and just gave his day to us and the videographer to do that. If you'll look in the video, he's looking off, and I'm standing there holding the script in front of him, and he really helped us out a lot with that. But if he sells insurance over in Dayton now, and still very active in the UT community, and just a great guy.
Well, it was a very good production. I'm glad that you have shared it with us on Valley TV. How about we pick around the Rocky Top then?
Yep.
Well, all right, we appreciate the telephone co-op for doing this, and we'll pick around the Rocky Top. Y'all ready? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3.
Once I had
Yes, I'm the banjo player for the band Cannon Creek. I play banjo, guitar, and some on the mandolin and the bass. Teach all four, and I have for over 30 years. I have several students now. Enjoy teaching, enjoy playing, really enjoy picking with the band Cannon Creek.
All right.
We've
Enjoyed that.
had the good fortune of also, because we recorded it there, and we've been the only band to record it there and the first band to record it in that room, the city of Gatlinburg has invited Cannon Creek to play it in their Christmas parade on December the 1st. And we're going to actually ride on the float with the family of who wrote the song. So
Looking forward.
we're kind of looking forward to that. We'll have to pull our long johns out probably to do that on that day. It's going to be cold, we figure, but
That'll be all right.
If it drops below 60, Earl puts his long nails on.
Can you play the gloves?
I'll have to cut the fingers out of some gloves.
Put hand warmers in your pocket.
This may or may not be a story we can use, but the name Cannon Creek, now that's near and dear to a lot of folks in the south end of the county, and Aunt Pontley and Lusk and all that. But is there any meaning behind you pulling Cannon Creek as a name, or just?
Well, as a boy, my dad owned a farm on the upper end of Cannon Creek where it came out of Rockdale Mountain. And so I was close to it up there. And then I married Carol and her dad on the farm on the other end of Cannon Creek where it ran into the Sequatchie River. So we live on that end now. So we've been on Cannon Creek a good portion of our lives.
Wow.
And so that's kind of how we chose the name. But we came to find out later that the area of Aunt Pontley, where there used to be a coal mine in town there, was first named Cannon Creek.
Right.
And that there was actually money minted with Cannon Creek name on it. And so Travis discovered that talking to somebody here in the community, I think. And so there's a lot of history behind Cannon Creek. We just didn't know it at the time we chose it.
Yeah, I think there's a display in a shadow box there in maybe Deanna's office that's got maybe some Cannon Creek money or Aunt Pontley money in it, one or the other. There's quite a bit of people, you know, that especially Lusk, I mean, that's the community we're talking about and what it's called today. From that area, you know, the ones that worked the mines and back when that was a booming town, they're few and far between now. So a lot of the people, one generation, I guess, ahead of me, are wanting to capture that history. So we're trying to capture as many of that Cannon Creek, Aunt Pontley story as we can. Kind of been working on that with our Channel 18 project. Well, y'all want to play one more?
Sure.
We hope horns. We're
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we change it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
We'll do an Alison Krauss song called The Boy Who Wouldn't Hold Corn.
Ready?
Ready?
Tell your little story and it won't take long. About a lazy farmer who wouldn't hold his corn. The reason why I never could tell, 'cause that young man was always well. He planted his corn in the month of June, and by July it was up to his eyes. Come September came a big frost, and all the
Smith, and I'm with Cannon Creek, and I play the guitar and do the lead singing. And I've been playing guitar for about 3 years now, and I've been singing ever since I was able to talk.
You were the day that you were born. Forgiving me the devil 'cause I wouldn't hold corn.
If I'll do one more thing, I've had 2 or 3 people, I might put him on the spot, but 2 or 3 people for the Channel 18 audience reaching out to me is quite a bit for our audience, but ask about the Harlan song. Who's that playing Harlan? So if we can get Jack, now I think he might
Get
be.
Jack to do that.
Are you able to fret the guitar? They said you was injured. Well, I'm gonna give up my seat, and if I can talk you into doing Harlan, we might call it a show. I've got you capo loose.
You gotta pick.
Yes. Do you want to sit over here next to her? Are you good over there?
I'm good.
You sure you can know it?
Alright, you ready? We're gonna do You'll Never Leave Harlan Alive.
In the deep dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's where I trace my bloodline.
My name is Jack Smith, and if you've watched Valley TV 18, you might have seen me playing with my sister playing Never Leave Harlan Alive. I was the little guy playing guitar, and I'm 14 years old, and I've been playing instruments for about 1.5 years.
Across the Cumberland Mountains, where he took a pretty girl to be his bride. Said, won't you walk with me out of the mouth of this hollow, and you'll never leave Harlan alive. Where the sun comes up about 10 in the morning and the sun goes down about 3 in the day, and you fill your cup. Whatever bitter brew you're drinking, and you spend your life just thinking about how to get away.
All right, Jack.
And Jack.
My name is Nina Shoup, and I've been with Cannon Creek for about 1 year now, and I've been playing the mandolin with Cannon Creek for about 1 year. I sing mostly harmony, but sometimes lead vocals, and we really enjoy our group.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
I know yous have been hitting all the festivals. Coke Ovens, 9 Mile, where else have yous played local?
Locally?
Well, we played the Gatlinburg Convention Center about 2 weeks ago. That ain't locally, but
Well, all right, change gears. Where else have yous played big?
we're fixing to go to Georgia this Sunday. Of course, we'll be in Gatlinburg this weekend, but this Sunday we're going to play at a place called Freedom Ranch. And it's a place set up to rehab disabled vets. And so we're going to go down and actually do a fundraiser for that down there. We got a big horse farm down there. They bring them in and teach them how to ride horses or let them ride horses. And they got rigs set up for them to be able to do that in their disability. And so we've been asked to come down there and do that. And we're happy to go down there and donate some time for a fundraiser for that. We like to give something back to our veterans that have given so much for us. So looking forward to that. And if it don't rain us out, they're giving rain this weekend.
We did the Apple Festival at
Crossville
Crossville.
last weekend.
Any pointers to a young musician or a very amateur, getting old musician, keeping it together? I know just leading singing at church, I can get distracted, and I don't know, when we get to the chorus, I don't know if I just finished the first verse or the third. So I just goes in and it's over after that.
Oh, I do that all the time.
It happens.
The only way that I can keep it together is try to play some every day. Because I'm getting old, and most of these guys are younger than I am, and I can't keep up with them if I don't play some every day. And I think you have to keep your mind and your hands active as well. So
What's your motto?
we have a 7P rule. That is,
Well, I can't remember 7 things. We got it on film, though. Was audio working?
that's prior planning and plenty of practice prevent poor performance. So we try to run by that as often as we can.
Prior planning. Plenty of practice
prevents poor performance.
All right. Well, I don't do much planning, practice.
you-
Pretty much just on the cuff. Boom, there it is.
You telling me you like flying with the seat of your britches?
I don't know if I like it, but that's how we do it. So, come here, go there, run there. So, but I sure admire his music. And anybody that can come together and, four people stay in harmony as well as y'all do. It's a talent and a gift. But like I said, it's a lot of work. It don't matter how gifted the four of yous are to come together and play in harmony like that. It requires some work. doesn't it?
It does. We practice every week, and you can't stay on your game without it. You just can't do it.
How particular are you about replaying of your music? Does it just cringe when you know you missed a note, or
We know when we missed it. All of our people who follow us know when we missed it because they've heard us do it so often. So, but usually we just try to blow on through it, and hopefully not too many people caught it out there.
That's
So,
something else that impresses me. What little I try to play, if I mess up, well, I might want to start over or whatever. But when you're playing with a band, if you're the only one that messed up, you best keep getting.
Yeah.
yeah, the beautiful thing about that, you hope somebody else just covered you up on it, you know.
And if they didn't, you just keep it moving.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep
that's
it going
it.
on.
Well, most bluegrass bass players can hide behind that big doghouse, but I can't. I can't hide behind
No, maybe we should have put the amplifier right in front of
it.
it.
Well, let's do it. There you go.
Well, tell us about that fancy bass right there, in case somebody don't know what that big fiddle is.
Well, this is called a stick bass, and it's a Stag. And when I bought it, it was the only one that was in the Chattanooga area at all. Now they're getting more popular. You know, there's a lot of bands using them now, but
I got a feeling it's a little easier to tote.
it's easier to get around with, and it is like driving a Lincoln Continental to play.
It's a lot easier than that big upright neck. It's just, that upright neck's thicker, harder to note. This is much easier.
Now the old Doghouse has its place. You know, there's songs that I'd rather hear a Doghouse on, but this one, it's got sustain. You can do a little bit more with it. So.
Well, I don't think could hardly sit down with one of the big dog houses. Pretty much everybody plays one of them, dances with it.
Yeah.
It's part of the show.
Or sitting on it.
Sitting on it. That'd be a little tricky.
Yeah, we call that his 2x6 stick.
The gastric bypass base.
Yeah.
I'm Eddie Griffin, and I play this stick bass. Been with Cannon Creek about 6 years, and I've been playing music since I was about 9 years old, singing with mom and sisters in church, and then had been in several bands, but enjoy playing, have a good time.
Well, I think we can wrap up the show with that unless there's anything else y'all want to say.
We
have
thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
Yes.